Oh,
What's
cheers,
going
man.
on, man? Cheers.
What's
how
up?
You feeling?
It's good to be here. It's
Yeah.
good. The classic opener. It's good to be here.
It is. It is. I'm a little hungover this morning. I didn't. It's one of those hangovers where you don't really feel it up in your head, but you feel it like
In my head.
in like your body. Like your
Damn,
body's just
you're
like
getting old.
Hey, fuck, man.
How old are you?
Man, do we have to keep going through this?
You 30 or something? 29?
Yeah, still 29.
So I know I've told you this story before, but I'm going to tell it again for the audience because they haven't heard this story. So about a year ago, what do you think about that beer?
I feel like it's a good summer beer, and I don't feel like
It's that vibe right now.
it's a summer vibe.
Yeah,
And
not
it's a
summer
very
vibe now.
gloomy day right now.
It is. Is it just me or is it oddly quiet in here?
It does seem like there should be something going on, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, maybe not.
Maybe I'm used to hearing like rock band or something downstairs.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, about a year ago, I'm chilling at the house on a Saturday, and we get a call that our Papa Paul had fell.
Oh man.
You know where this is going. And so so we get a call that our Papa Paul had fell, and so Papa Paul is like 94 years old, like still got his driver's license.
Yes.
Like military guy, like he's
Yeah.
not like super strict like that, but he's a badass. He's a badass dude.
Old school guy, yeah.
Old school badass dude. Still driving at 94 years old. He had fell and he calls saying he's help getting up, that's not a problem at all, I mean, a lot of people don't get to see their grandparents or whatever live to that age, so I was no problem. Me and Mom went over there and helped him up, and so we help him up, and he's in his underwear, he's in his shirt, he's about to go to bed, and we help him up, and he's sitting in the chair, and we're talking to him, and I think my uncle was there, Uncle Jeff was there, and we're sitting there talking to him, talking to Papa Paul, and he's in his underwear. And I look down, and I'm like, I catch a glimpse of what I think is his nuts hanging out of his underwear.
Oh,
And I'm
no.
like, surely that wasn't his nuts. So I look down again, and it was definitely his nuts hanging out of his underwear at the bottom. Like a little bit. Just like a little bit like the skin, Like a lot of the skin, but the skin. And then I look up, and he's looking right at me.
Oh no, he saw you see it.
So then I'm like,
He saw Paul's
well, maybe
balls.
he was just like looking at me. So then, I look down again, and his hand's covering him this time.
Damn. Oh no.
So yeah, I came home. I was talking to my dad, and I go, "Our dad, my dad." I was talking to Dad, and I go, "You want to hear something strange? I saw Paul's balls."
Jesus.
So
Yes.
where I wanted to go with this is that you got to cherish your family members because the body goes before the mind sometimes. Like Paul, he's all there in the mind, but sometimes you're gonna fall. Like you get older, you start falling and shit, man. So cherish your family members.
Yeah, for sure. The body goes before the mind. Sometimes the mind goes for the body.
For sure, yeah. And that's kind of where I wanted to go with this was we were talking at work about like stem cells and stuff.
Yeah.
And how stem cells are used to like cure Alzheimer's and different stuff. How do you
Right.
feel about that?
I don't know. Everything I've heard from stem cells seems very positive. I haven't really heard any negative things out of that. But I don't know. They don't do that here in the United States, do they?
I'm not sure.
I don't think they do, but I could be wrong.
So what I've heard recently, and this is why I bring this up, is that apparently like one of the ways to harvest stem cells is through aborted babies.
Right.
And so I had like a dispute with a guy at work talking about like,
How ethical it is.
yeah. And it's like, I don't want to get into the whole abortion thing,
Right.
but it's like, I don't see, like even if like regardless, is it negative or is it bad to save a person's life with those stem cells regardless of what it came from?
I don't see anything wrong with
Agree
it.
or disagree with abortion,
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it personally. Now I don't really know a whole lot
Yeah,
about
exactly.
it,
That's
so I
the-
can't really say.
We're here to say that we don't know anything and we're gonna state our opinion anyway.
Right.
So with that being said, here's our opinion.
I mean, it does seem pretty helpful,
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. I don't really see.
It's so crazy that like medicine has advanced that far.
I know it's kind of crazy.
Like who would think that like an aborted baby or however you want to refer to that term, murder. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just playing. Like that could turn into like stem cells to fucking regenerate someone's brain or whatever.
or their
That's
knee
so
or
insane.
whatever. Yeah, yeah. And
That's so
apparently it's
impressive.
showing like really good effects.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
people who have terrible knees are starting to, get the I guess it's injections of stem
I
cells.
have no
I think
idea.
it's
Like I
injected.
said, I don't know anything
And
about anything.
also,
Shit about fuck.
seeing progress of just like less pain, less whatever,
Right.
really rehabilitating those knees. So it is helping people out,
Yeah.
So I don't
But really where I wanted to go with this is that the same guy also believes that there is a black market for baby parts. That's it.
Well, I will say this. I kind of have, I don't know how true this is, but I've heard it on some podcasts and listened to Naomi Park, I think her name was on Rogan. She escaped from North Korea.
Yeah.
She was saying that China got an agreement with North Korea. There's a lot of like death and despair in North Korea, and how quick they are. Kim Jong Un.
Yeah.
Whichever
I
one.
think
Can't really remember which one it is.
All the same to you?
No, the names just sound similar.
Okay. Sorry. It's just
Nice save. But apparently they will, like, they're very quick for like harsh punishments, and there's a lot of death and despair in the streets, that they will take those organs and those parts and get them over to China, where else in China are you, like, to be able to keep up with that population of like changing, whether it might be like a lung or a kidney or something like that. They're buying those organs from the death and despair and the shit that's happening in North Korea.
Okay, so
there's a direct pipeline for like those kind of things.
So the thought process
I
that
know
this
about
guy
to
was going down
explain
was
that poorly,
actually
but-
this is happening in America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like this is happening like in Greenville or Anderson.
Okay.
And so apparently he kind of went down the path of how like there is a whole like for rich people, they're kind of like chasing the immortality of like how much research can we get through stem cells and like buying these parts
definitely-
to research. Like that's strange.
What that statement in its own is true. Like the rich elite are trying to
chasing
find a way to
immortality.
reach 150 years old,
It's so insane.
and they think that stem cells can get them there.
Right. That's really interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I've heard a couple things here and there, and it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Where do we go once, Elon Musk but like creates this chip that's supposed to go into your head? That's going to be very interesting too.
Well,
The
there's only-
Neuralink.
Is
The
it salt and vinegar?
You know about the Neuralink?
I've kind of heard about it, but not really.
Yeah, I don't know too much, but
So the name of this podcast is actually I don't know too much.
But yeah, but I'm gonna be a dumbass and talk about it anyway. I didn't expect to get on this. Elon Musk has got the Neuralinks coming up. It's supposed to be like a little chip that goes inside your head, and eventually you're not supposed to be able to you won't have to say words to each other. You can communicate just by looking at someone.
Like we do now.
Basically, yeah. We said we do this shit for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to pay.
We need to teach people how to do this. Like Heather last night.
Oh man,
It was the fucking
we was playing
don't
over-
feel mad about it.
Oh, yeah.
So stupid.
It's just interesting. I think one of the interesting things is like what's going to happen when these rich people have the money to get like unbelievably money, where they can buy $1 million chip to be put in their head, and where does that separate us? How much further does that separate the common human being from the rich elite? So like
And it seems like that's what the rich elite wants.
yes, so it's like
They look at us as like lesser.
for sure. I'm sure they do. They have to.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, okay, once this Neuralink does kick in, what will it do, and how far will it progress them away from like just common everyday people?
That's so crazy.
It's kinda-
I hadn't actually heard about that. That's really cool.
It's gonna be interesting.
Man, so like you think a thought, and it is basically like sending a text message to somebody.
Yeah, Elon Musk basically said that like you will not be able to lie, basically, because like you can kind of read someone's intentions
Huh.
in a way, like what they're thinking. So it's very controversial right now, where
I
a
can
lot of
imagine.
people are like,
It's kind of weird that Elon Musk would come up with something like that.
yeah, because it almost seems like something out of like a Bond
fucking evil
movie.
villain would come
Yeah,
up
like
with,
he seems like an evil villain in a Bond film.
And like he's never seen that way until I just heard about that.
Yeah, and then he's also doing things, like the underground railroad tracks that are supposed to like underneath the United States is supposed to like ship things super fast. So he's doing a lot of things that at face value it seems like he's
Harriet Tubman.
yeah.
The Underground Railroad.
So at face value it seems like he's doing a lot of things to kind of progress our society as we know it. But then he's coming at you like kind of like an odd Bond villain in a way. Like
Bo Burnham and Welcome to the Internet.
Oh man, that just reminds me of Jeffrey Bezos every time I hear it.
CEO entrepreneur.
That's
what do you feel about Jeffrey Bezos then? You think he's got some fucking strange shit going on like that he's kind of trying to implement?
Who knows? You know,
probably. I wouldn't say no.
You saw where I think he stepped down. He's not like the leader of Amazon now. I think he's like the. You know, he's like he makes important decisions, but he's kind of stepped down to like a second in command or third in command or something like that now.
Right.
And Jeffrey, I don't know. Elon Musk seems a little more like if I had to pick one who's like who would take over the world and try to be like a tyrant, I would probably say Elon Musk.
That's crazy.
But but I don't know. It's really hard to say. They both seem a little odd though.
Yeah. So if you had to bet on Jeffrey Bezos, Elon Musk, or Mark Zuckerberg being a robot.
Oh, this is good. I'm going Zuckerberg.
Oh, Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg seems like he's got a little bit of human emotion.
You know, I listen to him, and he talks about how he likes jiu-jitsu and stuff like that.
My guess is
it's Musk. Oh, you think Bezos?
I think
really,
Bezos.
He's the one I think that's least.
That's why.
Okay.
Because realistically, if you're a robot, are you gonna fuck up? If they are that advanced, would he fuck up? He never fucks up. You don't hear anything about Jeffrey Bezos fucking up. You never hear about Jeffrey Bezos fucking up.
Well, he did have the divorce. I mean, they're
trying to make him look human.
That's now we're getting down to like
Elon
a
Musk,
heavy theory now.
This is a whole conspiracy theory conversation anyway.
For sure.
But like Elon Musk goes on a podcast and he's smoking weed, and then Zuckerberg also goes on the same podcast.
Bezos could end up being on that podcast too, but
will he ever?
Who knows? I mean, will Conor McGregor ever be on that podcast?
I hope so.
That'd be cool.
Well, you think Joe Rogan's going to suck his dick on the air? Like he's been doing for the last 5 years?
Dana White would for sure.
Joe Rogan's such a McGregor fan too.
It's hard not to be. I mean, it's kind of hard to be and not to be at the same time.
It's love-hate for sure.
Because he's so entertaining, but he's such a dickhead.
Oh, I love it.
You know, I
like it less lately because he's so like the
it's kind of ridiculous.
After the Poirier fight.
Yeah, that one was dirty.
Like you look at O'Malley, and O'Malley's a fucking shitty. He's fucking obnoxious. But he's just a troll.
He's a troll.
He's a fucking troll.
Yeah, I don't hate him that much.
Like at the end of the day, at the end of his fights, he's like, yeah, Piotr Jan was a fucking good fighter. Like I didn't expect him to hit as hard as he fucking did and all this. Like he's a pretty humble fighter.
He doesn't bother me as much. He is a little annoying.
He's annoying for sure.
But he's not that
He's
bad.
a Fortnite kid.
He's not damn Jake Paul.
Oh god.
You know, something like that.
But him and Jake Paul are friends.
Oh, I could definitely see that.
But they're on the same. They have the same fan base. That's the problem.
Yeah, they
and Shawn O'Malley realizes that he's got to act like that a little bit to keep his fan base.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
And you got Colby Covington, who's got like a whole nother fan base of like just country dudes who love fighting.
Did you see that shot I tagged you in with Shawn O'Malley calling Bryce Mitchell an inbred?
Oh, you tagged me in something like that. Yeah, damn.
Yeah. And then the worst part is the picture they used on the meme makes him really look like an inbred.
Bryce Mitchell, dude. He's a killer.
He is.
You see that video he posted?
Which one?
About, I'm tired of you not having me on your podcast, Joe Rogan. I think the earth is flat.
Oh, God.
And
that's Justin Brooks.
There's nothing you can do to change me. I'll argue you tooth and nail.
I'm going to have to edit that out. I'm definitely going to have to edit that out.
And you're like, wait, is this guy serious or is he just trying to get on the podcast? Because it seemed, I couldn't tell if it was trolling or not. Because I was like, come on, man. You're not this stupid.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Where the fuck was I going to go with that? Sorry, I fucking.
No, that's fine. We were just talking about Bezos, Elon Musk, and Mark Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg.
He kind of got that lizard fucking.
He got the alien look to him.
Xenomorph.
Yeah, he got the alien look to him, man. Something just
man.
Man, something just don't seem right about that dude.
So who else? Like, if we could really think of people who might be aliens.
Yeah, those three come to mind.
Those three come
Bezos,
to
not as
mind.
much for some reason. It just seemed like he was just
That's
a
why,
successful,
that's why.
rich white dude. Like, that's what he seems
That's
to
what
be.
Mark Zuckerberg seems like.
But that's a smart. I mean, they're
But-
all smart motherfuckers.
But like you look at
There's
Jeffrey
no way around it.
Bezos. Jeffrey Bezos has the best social skills.
Yeah, that's where it gets weird.
If you're that smart of a white fucking just dude, like just nerdy fucking white dude, you're not gonna have that good social
You're not
skills.
gonna. It's not.
Look at
pop-
Elon
yeah,
Musk and Mark Zuckerberg.
Exactly.
It's bad.
Exactly.
Mark Zuckerberg's a lot better than Elon Musk though, because he's improved.
Maybe. Elon Musk does seem a little like alienish robot. I mean, they all three do. That's why they're in this comparison. But
And I bet the reason you said that about Elon Musk too is because he's trying to develop robots too.
yeah,
could be like a little in the
exactly,
back of your
yeah,
mind, yeah.
exactly. And but Elon Musk, he does go on like Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, and he does like stand up comedy.
He does like
it's
little,
bad, but
I've
like, you can tell he
never-
has like a sense of like what humor is. Like apparently he's like really funny.
He's just trying to be too technical. with
He's
humor.
really funny on paper.
right.
Like if you wrote out a joke, it'd be really funny.
it'd be funny, but then it's like,
But then he says it, and his delivery is like
that's
fucking.
socially
Paul
it's
Stanley.
awkward. Yeah. So it's like, oh man, yeah, I don't know. Okay, where do you like? What's your thoughts on social media?
Where do you want me to start? Like I don't understand. This is a very like broad.
It
It's
is
so much.
It is.
I think it's great. I think it's funny.
It definitely is, but it just brings like a
It's
lot
negative,
of
though.
negative.
Yeah, it's
man.
negative,
Like,
but it's also could be very positive.
yeah. Okay, and look at it this way too. Like, I know this sounds crazy, like some Alex Jones shit, but we're just gonna talk about it. Let's just go put it out there. Okay, throughout time, people have tried to establish world dominance through either religion, through force, would it be military, through, there's like bio wars with like say a coronavirus maybe, or like
Okay, sure.
okay, there's also I think
Or like Jeffrey Bezos, like with a worldwide company. You know. That
yeah,
could be
you can establish everyone like a lot of people want to like most leaders like want to establish world dominance
Yeah.
through some people think like I said religion. Some people want to just have control the world in a peaceful way by making everyone conform to one religion. That's why cults are made.
Yeah, like Charles Manson.
Yes.
Very peaceful guy.
Yeah, yeah. Or like, and this is kind of coming. There's also a way to. I think China's getting ahead of it, and I'm not very educated on this, but they're. Just want to be clear.
How many times can we say this in this episode?
Yeah. There's definitely some countries out there trying to get world dominance through, I think, the internet. Like that is another form of just like,
I could see that.
we hear about the
Propaganda.
and Russian troll farms of just like,
What the fuck is Russian troll farms?
it's Russia.
Like, so they've got like when you say troll, you mean like medieval. Like,
Yes, under the bridge.
Okay,
No, I mean,
like Dora. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
listening. Okay.
Like,
Dark Alliance.
yes,
Okay.
yes, medieval time. No, seriously. no.
RuneScape.
But like these groups of
World of
people,
Warcraft.
yes. Keep going, Dungeons and Dragons and all that shit. No, seriously, it's like Russians that have like built these bots to just generate memes to create controversy inside of America.
Oh God, they made bots to do it.
Yeah,
That's
so like when there's an election, they'll just generate controversial memes like that say like, okay, Trump is the greatest president who's ever lived.
Oh Jesus.
Naturally, that's going to make so much controversy.
Because so many people are happy, so many people are mad.
Some people have a strong agreement towards that. Some people have a
Strong
disagree.
disagreement,
Yeah. So like that is just kind of like if you were to, I know we're getting down a crazy rabbit hole.
That's okay.
here.
Keep going.
But
I'm kind
I
of
know
enjoying
that,
this. I'm not gonna lie.
I know like if you was to defeat America, you would divide them up you would split the country in half.
For sure.
You would make problems with LGBTQ. You would create problems with white on black crime,
Yeah.
which is pushed by, and TV networks are definitely going to try to create, not saying that it is a problem, it ain't a problem. I'm just saying that this does exist.
Yeah, for sure.
To where
for sure.
TV networks
Well, because the
try
media,
to make
the media
extreme,
thrives.
they try to make the extreme, they make you think it's a norm.
The media thrives off of shitty things happening.
Exactly.
And so whenever they make a situation seem shittier than it is, we're going to tune in to watch it because we're like, oh my God, how bad is this?
Right, exactly. So
And then we start panicking.
So like there is like, that there's leaders in countries already ahead of this and thinking of shit.
I want to
like
stop
this.
you here. I just want to end this by saying, because I know we don't want to get into politics on the podcast.
Of
We talked
course,
about this
of
before.
course, yeah.
I want to end this. And I know he'll agree by saying, do your own research.
Yeah, absolutely.
No matter what you believe in,
Yes.
just know why you believe it and do your own research and form an opinion for yourself.
Yes, yes.
Don't listen to what fucking Billy Bob said. Don't listen to what Facebook said or Instagram or Twitter. Go out there and look at the fucking articles and watch the videos of the controversial shit that's happening and make your own decision. And if nobody else agrees with you, fuck them.
And dude, think about this though. Like, you know how algorithms work. You keep clicking on shit that
And it recommends you more shit like that.
Infuriates you, and then all of a sudden you have tricked yourself into thinking that what you're watching is a normal situation, or like this is what happens outside. Like this is the norm.
So how healthy would it be for everybody if all social media just shut down? YouTube, social media, fucking everything like that just shut down.
Okay, what's the negatives of that? Do you think, like, with social media shut down?
Okay,
what would be the negatives?
I've never changed the oil on my car. I can't go anywhere.
So we're talking internet all together.
Just like YouTube. I'm gonna say YouTube. Fucking any like way of like, sure, we'll say fucking no internet, nothing. You can call people on a landline.
See, that's weird then, because
No TV, nothing.
then you start getting into like, okay, well, people need like to order medicine and shit online. So like,
You can still do that. There's just no
Okay.
advertisement.
okay, and say like, I don't know, man. I think if you cut all social media, Instagram, we'll say like videos, TikToks,
Yep.
YouTube, all
Yep.
that shit. I think
There's just the news, and it's one guy saying exactly what's happening. He's not saying biased anyway.
oh man, that'd be amazing, but that's just not what we're getting.
Say there's no fucking news guy. Say it's just word
I
of
mean,
mouth.
in a way, we kind of need it because we need to know the crazy that's going on. You know,
For sure.
because the government can literally just push and they could really put out what they want us to believe
Right.
and just skew anything how they wanted to, you know? So, like, it is nice to have,
So many different sources
yeah,
because you can filter through and find the one that
makes sense for you.
meshes to what you're saying,
Yeah.
and then send it to somebody and act like you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can type in like, why is the Earth flat? And then it'll come up. And then you can send it to somebody and say, like, I told you the Earth is flat. You dumbass.
Any statistic you can find, and that's the problem with people. They're always
That's the problem with
that's one of the problems with people.
I'll tell you what the problem with people is. They're not listening to this podcast.
That's the first problem. That's the first problem. This is where you
look,
come
if
to get your news.
So if you guys like this podcast, tell your friends about it. Tell them to subscribe. Tell them to listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks. Free
where
plug.
nothing but truth is spoken.
By the way, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just saying these words
We're
because
just
I feel
rambling.
like it.
We never even talk about this shit.
Yeah, I don't know anything, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Yeah.
Just going to throw that out there one more time.
Yeah. Damn, I lost my train of thought. I was on to something good.
It didn't really seem like it, I'm going to be honest with you.
Damn, no, I was excited to talk about it. I can't remember. Yeah, if you shut social media down, I think that, the first thing that comes to my mind would be like, okay, people would be a little more friendly to each other, I think, and would be less mad because, like, it seems like the internet right now is just pissing people off right now. Like, it seems like we see, like, we're watching things that, if, like I said before, if it's something cool and something that we really like, we just kind of be like, oh, that's cool. And we just keep moving to the next thing. But the times that we do comment,
It's always negative.
it's always negative.
Well, I think and that's like another
People
thing.
are looking for a reason to be mad. I
It's
think.
so easy to be very negative through the phone or over the internet when no one's actually in front of you.
Right. Because half the shit you see in these comment sections,
People say some fucked up shit.
oh, they do.
And like, imagine saying some fucked up shit like that to a person right in your face.
Oh yeah, they
Not many
would.
people would do that.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't. do
Especially
it.
a lot of people that are like the internet warriors, the fucking little scrawny
They would
white
never do
dudes. Yeah.
And half of the motherfuckers, oh, I would say it to their face. No, you wouldn't.
No.
No, you would say it behind their back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, or say it online.
And regardless of like, I don't want to say like a physical interaction, even if it's just a social interaction.
Yeah.
Most of the people that are saying this shit, they don't want to have that social interaction where someone's calling them out and being like, what the fuck do you mean by that?
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't you explain that more in depth, how you feel?
And then you got the people who just say that shit. They don't even believe it. They just say it just for the
Yeah,
likes. They're
exactly.
so desperate for the likes.
It's like Shawn O'Malley.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
he's just
kind
like
of
Shawn
building
O'Malley,
that. Conor McGregor, Sean O'Malley,
Yeah.
just look at me. I will say something like the Skip Bayless. They just want the likes
God.
and the fame. They want all the attention on them. Some
Yeah.
people are just seeking
Fucking Stephen
attention
A.
through that
Smith.
way.
I love Stephen A. Smith though.
He's
I
such a
fucking
troll.
love
He's
Stephen
such
A.
a
Smith.
troll. I love it when the Cowboys lose.
I know.
Got a cowboy hat on. Cowboy
Well, I
jersey.
tell you what. How about them Cowboys? That's so good.
Yes, it's fun to
Yeah,
see.
the trolls are fun, but they're also annoying.
It's gotten to the point where I'm just like,
Can anybody, like Bo Burnham said on Inside,
just shut the. Do you have to be?
can anybody just shut the fuck
Listen,
up about
man.
anything for 1 minute?
Just ask yourself, am I really this outraged about this? Or do I just have like my opinion and can you just let your opinion be your opinion
Can anybody just shut the fuck up about anything
for a little bit?
just for a little bit? That's the most.
Dude.
That's my favorite part of the whole Bo
Bo
Burnham
Burnham
Inside. I think.
That was one of my favorites, yeah.
Anybody just shut the fuck up
About
anything.
anything.
About anything. Just shut the fuck up.
Stop.
Just shut the fuck up.
Like, do we have
Welcome to the podcast. Shut the fuck
yeah.
up.
yeah. Jesus.
Oh man.
It's like, dude, man, does everybody have to be so outraged about everything?
There's always have to be opinion after opinion.
Okay, yeah, like I disagree with some things, but I don't like go around and get mad at you because you
Yeah, right.
have your
That's so
beliefs on
crazy.
something. It's like,
It's fucking
damn.
crazy. What do you think about this beer?
It's all right. You know, it does feel like a summer beer. I mean, it is a citrus wheat.
It is a citrus sweet. We
So
did. Do
it's
this
pretty
ourselves.
good. I mean, it's not
all right,
bad.
yeah. It's a little sour.
It is a little sour.
It's a little sour.
This is Sierra Nevada's sunny little thing.
It's yeah, it tastes like someone took orange juice and then squeezed a lime and a lemon into it.
That's exactly what it tastes like. That's exactly what it tastes like.
And then beer.
Dude, where are you with music right now? I feel like we hadn't talked about music. We might have.
So I've
talked about-
actually I've been listening to Metallica a lot again, and it's never bad to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
It's always good. But we've had the talks of the Iron Maiden and Metallica, and there's Megadeth, and there's all those
Slayer,
talks
yeah.
about the greatest metal bands of all time, and everyone's argument against Metallica is the Black Album and Lars sucks. Which I'll argue against the Black Album all day, and I used to be like, yeah, Lars sucks. But I've really been listening to Injustice for All.
That's his best album, I think.
It's fucking good,
Lars.
dude. Lars is fucking good.
And I think it's arguably
Master of
their
Puppets really good too.
arguably their best album.
I mean, yeah, all those first four or the first five are all arguably
yeah,
their
first
best
4 or
album.
5, yeah, for sure. But I think that one's definitely up there for me. I mean,
Injustice for All.
yeah, I think I like it either first or second.
What?
Yeah.
I thought Kill 'Em All was up there for you.
Kill 'Em All is first or second for me. It's favorites. I don't think
Yeah.
like best. I think those 4 you can argue. That Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, Justice for All, Kill 'Em All. Like those to me, those are the 4.
So what about the Black Album? I thought you said that was their best.
It is in a different way. I kind of set it aside because like from a metal aspect of like just looking at each album, like okay, obviously, like talent wise, they're heavier. The solos are a little heavier in like those first 4 albums. But the Black Album really did something. I've always defended it.
It's super.
It really did something
transition
for metal.
Music,
It's
and
like
music in general.
yeah, it really it broke through beyond metal.
Yeah, for sure.
Is what the album did.
For sure.
And that's why I'll always say it's a great album. And one of the greatest albums ever made because, and I know a lot of people hate it, and a lot of metal elitists hate it. Fuck that. What do you want? Like, what are we all, when we go to see a show, we all shit on stuff for, like, the metal elitists all shit on stuff for being mainstream.
But we want to hear their best songs when we go to the
And
show.
you get mad at all, like, popular stuff. But when metal breaks out and starts gaining traction, all of a sudden you're a hipster, you don't like it.
Yeah, that's accurate.
So it's like,
People don't listen to metal enough. Oh man, everybody's listening to metal. I don't like it anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
You just sound like a dickhead to me.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people do.
I mean, come on, man. Enter Sandman is a good song. I don't care how commercialized it got. That's a fucking good song.
It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, sad but true. Like
The
there's
first
a lot
the first
of good,
time you hear Enter Sandman, you're like, holy shit, what is this?
yeah, Unforgiven. Like so many good songs on the album. Yeah, it's like that. Like the Black Album, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the best metal album of all time,
No.
but for what it did, breaking through to
The other side.
the other side and getting more people. You know
Break
how many
on through.
people started listening to heavy metal because of the Black Album? It was influenced
an
to
insane
play
amount,
guitar
insane
from
amount.
Entered Sandman or whatever.
Entered Sandman.
Entered-
Entered Sandman. That's fucking metal, dude.
Yeah.
Entered
You know
Sandman.
how many people like broke through and like picked up an instrument because of the album?
God damn it, an instrument.
So I don't know. I'm not even drunk.
You're doing the most right now.
I know. I didn't even realize I fucked up instrument.
Entered Sandman.
But seriously,
That's gonna be a good PlayStation Network name.
Entered Sandman. Yeah, because Entered Sandman's taken. You got to get fancy with it.
ARDS. Innards. I want to see what your innards look like. Isn't that what he said in Scream?
Oh, he said.
I want to see what your insides look like.
Oh man, Scream's one of the best.
So fucking good. But yeah,
Okay, what's
so music. Sorry.
Time out just for a second. We'll get back to it.
Okay.
I just have a quick thought. What's the best slasher since Scream?
Whew, that's fucking hard. I mean, when was Scream? Like 1998?
98, I think.
2001,
Yeah,
something like that?
I think that was 98.
We'll pull it up. We'll pull this shit
I
up.
think it
Jamie.
was 98. I
Hold
think
on
the
a sec.
first Scream maybe 2000, but got to be
Yeah.
98, 99. Yeah, what's the last good slasher?
96. Woo,
Oh, dang. Was off a little bit. It's the Frosted Tips,
Wow.
man. The Frosted Tips, I just think of 2000s.
And they just killed Drew Barrymore off first scene.
Boom.
Oh, the
You're
balls.
like, oh, like one of the biggest.
the balls.
E.T., the girl from E.T. and like E.T.
That was it at the time, I'm
I
pretty
can't,
sure.
I
I
can't
don't
think
think-
of Drew Barrymore films.
I don't think any.
She's been big her whole
I don't
life.
think any Adam Sandler stuff that came out at that point.
Exactly, yeah.
That was all 2000s.
Wedding Singer, when was that?
It might have been
98.
After that, yeah. God,
Not
all right.
96. It might be 96. Definitely.
98.
98. Okay.
Yeah, so everything that she did was after that, but that kind of got her big. But I guess it's easy to look
E.T.
back
got
and say
her
that she was
big.
big. But yeah, E.T. was huge.
Because she was a superstar.
She was in some other stuff too as
Yeah.
like a child actress.
Yeah,
can't
I don't
think
know
of.
Drew Barrymore like that, but I know she was a star.
Yeah, we know
man.
Drew Barrymore like that because we watch Adam Sandler films.
Yeah, dude.
And yes, I said films.
Yes, there's a masterpiece. I love Adam Sandler, dude. Is there a better like that or better rom-com duo? And I don't know rom-coms like this either. So people who are listening, go to the comment section. Hit me up.
Is
with
there
your-
a better rom-com duo? I've only watched one, but
Yeah.
is there anyone?
Yeah, I'm asking.
I don't know
I'm asking the
anything, but
listeners.
I'm going to say my opinion anyway.
Yeah. Once again.
And we're back.
Okay, 50 first dates, wedding
50
singer.
50 first dates.
What's wrong with me, dude?
You on a roll, man. 50 first dates. I don't know. I think I've seen that one time. Holy shit.
50 first dates. Damn, man. I'm only like 3 beers in. What the
Holy
hell?
shit.
This is crazy.
Oh, man. This is
Fuck, I'm
good.
going full Chris Harris right now.
No, fucking Christian Mahaffrey. So you said, is there any slashers that have came out after
Scream that you actually liked.
1996 that I liked or that are better? So I think you said are better.
That are at least in that
Could be
tier.
there's some I've liked, but there's none in that tier. I don't think.
Yeah, I think that was
I know
the
what you did last
last
summer.
That was
I know
2000s.
I know what you did
early
last summer was
2000s.
pretty good.
That one was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that one was pretty
The
good.
first one, anyway.
Yeah. You know what? That's what I was thinking.
Um,
For some reason, when I was thinking Frosted Tips, I was thinking that movie.
Yeah, that's definitely.
That's
more
why,
Frosted
because that was
Tips.
early 2000s, like 2001-ish, 2000.
I don't know. I don't think there's any other one than I know what you did last summer.
Bunch of remakes.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not gonna consider a remake.
Yeah,
That's
no,
not fair.
I'm not going that. Yeah, I'm just saying like.
I don't know. Child's Play was kind of a slasher. When did that come out?
But Child's Play came out in the
What was
80s,
that?
I believe.
It might have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
Child's Play 1.
Yeah, came out in the 80s.
That was a fucking good film, dude. Those are so
The first
good.
couple, man.
I mean,
it's
all of them are good.
yeah.
All of them are good.
The Bride of Chucky came. They came back.
It
with
was
the Bride of
good.
Chucky.
Yeah, the
Bride of
Seed of Chucky was good
The
too.
Seed of Chucky. Yeah. Well, I guess.
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah.
Both of them are good. I loved all the Chucky movies.
But you kind of gotta. That kind of brings me to my film of the week. My
Okay.
recommended film is Barbarian.
Okay.
Good movie. Good horror movie. It kept you on the edge of your seat. You know, you didn't really know where they were going. Bill Skarsgård's in it, I believe.
I'm a fan.
And here, I'll just hit you with like the opening plot. You don't have to know much because I didn't know anything going into it. But it was good. It didn't end the way I wanted to because sometimes don't you feel like when you hear about a movie having a lot of potential, and then you start to watch it, and you're like, holy shit! Like the build up to this is good. It's good, and you have like you kind of want it to end your way.
Right.
So it could be your movie, like your favorite movie. and it just doesn't end that way. So you kind of get a little like, I mean, I guess it was all right.
That sucks.
But like that, like Barbarian was a good movie, a good horror film that like really kind of you didn't see a lot of things coming, kept you on the edge, and two people get a
51st date.
Okay, I'm doing it on purpose at this point. Sorry,
Jesus Christ.
So two people get an Airbnb, and they both show up there at the same time, and they're in like the ghetto. And like I guess on the pictures of the Airbnb look amazing because the house looks like a nice little cheap Airbnb, cozy Airbnb. They get there and it's like in the slums of Detroit.
Oh.
And the woman pulls up. This is just the first 5 minutes. She knocks on the door. Someone's in there. It's Bill Skarsgård.
Oh,
and
God.
they're both like, "Hey, we both just rented this place."
So I decided to do it together.
So they like, she just like, you just have to watch it. It's like so they had to figure
Okay,
out like what the problem is or whatever, and like it's like a thriller horror type movie, but it was good, man. I think it's worth a watch. You should check it out. Something new that like definitely had a newer take on horror. I mean, even though it was a horror movie, but the thriller side of it really kind of made me
cool.
like it a lot.
I like that.
Yeah.
So my recommendation for the week, and it's actually, but we've talked about it multiple times on the show, but it's one that I've recommended to you that you still haven't watched, is The Lighthouse.
Oh yeah, I need to watch
with
that
Robert
for sure.
Pattinson and Willem Dafoe. They're the only two in the entire movie,
That's nice.
and it's just
Thriller, straight thriller.
full of dialogue, man.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
It's
I love
psychological
dialogue.
thriller, fucking.
It's my favorite.
It's really like one of those movies that kind of like weigh your brain down.
Yeah,
Like
where
you
you're
feel
just
like if you were in that
oh,
position,
man.
like, well, it's like it's a stressful movie.
Stressful movie, yeah.
And not like stressful as far as like the shit that happens to them, but like stressful as far as like the interaction between the two of them.
Okay.
Because they like don't get along.
It's still on Netflix, right?
I don't know if it's on Netflix or not.
It used to be. Maybe Hulu. Might have been on Hulu.
But yeah, the two of them do not get along that well.
Oh, okay.
So that's what makes it. But like they have to work together.
Yeah.
And they're stuck on the island because of like I guess it's like some job they agreed to for a few months. Which honestly I need to go back and watch the movie because of just like the little nuances that you miss. But
yeah.
But yeah, so it's a black and white film. So if you
I don't mind black
could
and
be
white.
if that turns you off, and I don't recommend it for you, but I 100% recommend the movie for people that enjoy dialogue. Robert Pattinson plays a phenomenal part, and
They're both great
Willem Dafoe
actors.
is a phenomenal actor as well. So
Yeah.
there's some very dark scenes that are just you should watch it.
Okay.
You would really enjoy it.
I knew
That needs to be like next on your list.
Okay. There's a lot of next on my list, man. I feel like I need to finish Better
That
Call
needs
Saul.
to be next on your list. Fuck Better Call Saul. We'll watch that after.
Yeah, going back to music, you said you was listening to all the
Yeah, so I've been on Injustice for All a lot, and the argument is always that the Black Album and Lars sucks, but I could always argue for the Black Album, and I never felt like I could argue for Lars before.
it's songwriting for me.
But that was my argument before, but I can argue for him as a drummer.
He's okay. He's very average.
My argument for him as a drummer is whenever you listen to say you listen to fucking Mastodon, for instance.
Yes, Brian
And
Taylor.
Brian Taylor steals the show.
For sure.
And then you listen to the lead guitarist from Mastodon. What's his name? You have no idea.
Oh no, it's fuck.
That's what I'm saying though. Like it's not just gonna come to your mind.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point.
And so like,
That's a good point.
I mean, neither.
That's a good
And
point.
it's like, are we gonna say that he's a shitty guitarist? No.
No, but he's definitely better than Lars is at his.
But I don't agree with that because like Lars is playing for a band. Like it's like in video games where you're playing on a team that's a lot better than you. Are you gonna try to jump in and steal the show and fuck everything up?
that's fair.
He didn't do that. He played the fucking right notes the right time. He kept it super simple, and like the drum beats for every album they had, especially like after Kill 'Em All, was fucking good. Like he kept it heavy enough to where you could shine the light.
I've always thought that about that.
made Kirk
He's-
Hammett and James Hetfield sound better.
right, because you can't play lead.
Yes.
Somebody has to play rhythm.
Cliff
Burton
yes.
and Kurt Hammett's playing lead the whole time, and Lars, you got to have the catchy beat. Like not catchy, I know it sounds
But it
bad,
was.
but that's you got to keep that metal sound in the back, and he'll fuck that snare drum up. But I really kind of, I've always said he's an average drummer.
Yeah.
And especially in heavy metal, I think he's a below average drummer.
Well,
in
that's
heavy
fair,
metal,
yeah.
which
Okay.
is fair.
Yeah, that's fine. As far as talent level.
Yes.
But
I really
music knowledge, though.
I put him in the same boat where I put Ringo Starr.
No, that's disrespectful.
To who?
Lars.
Because Ringo Starr is known. I mean, I don't
He's
like.
known for being a shitty drummer.
Well, no, he's known as being one of the greatest of all time. I just don't like
insane.
it. But he is also one of those guys who helped write a lot of that music.
But how does that make him a great drummer?
Playing simple beats. I don't like the guy, but I'm just telling you what the comparison is. Like I don't think Lars is that good. I don't think Ringo Starr is that good outside of their songwriting.
I guess what I'm trying to say is you can't shit on, or sure you can make that comparison. You can't shit on Ringo or Lars for being a bad drummer. That doesn't discredit the band.
Oh, not at all.
Because their drum beats, that's not what the band was.
Exactly. I agree with that.
The band wasn't supposed to be fucking, Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, it's two different genres,
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be Dave Lombardo. It wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah.
Did I say Dave Portnoy?
Yeah,
I said Dave Portnoy. I meant to say Mike Portnoy.
Yeah. What's this, a pizza review?
Yeah. One bite, everyone knows the rules. Fisty first dates. Instruments.
Yeah.
Running
to me,
riffs.
I think the most overrated musician of all time is Ringo Starr.
Whew. I think it's Slash.
I think Slash is in that debate. I think that
Axl Rose. Keith Richards.
But he can write a fucking riff, dude.
He could.
So I give him that.
I can listen to Rolling Stones right now, though.
The Rolling Stones are the shit,
The Rolling
dude.
Stones are the shit.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. What did he say?
Not funny.
I love John Mulaney. Yeah, so it's like those two to me, in their genres, they just like people put them up on a pedestal because they were in amazing bands,
Right?
and try to pretend like they were some phenomenal drummer, and neither one of them can drum. What the fuck?
No. But they both did.
Great
They both did the
songwriting
fucking
stuff.
exactly right amount they needed to do.
Ringo Starr could play his shit on a 3-piece Hello Kitty drum set.
That's the thing, though. It's like people shit on Lars more than they shit on Ringo. I feel like.
Oh, for sure they do. It's the metal elitist though.
But that's the thing, though. It's like no, definitely like worldwide people shit on Ringo more. But
I don't think they do.
it's got to be close.
Because I mean, like Rolling Stone has Ringo as like number 3 or 4.
That's
You
fair.
talk to Dave Grohl, he loves Ringo Starr.
That's fucking insane.
Like people love Ringo Starr.
But I guess
is up
the
there with
reason
John Bonham and Keith Moon to some
people
of these
shit
guys.
on, like you said, the metal elitists. They shit on Lars because of the genre. The genre is so accustomed to insane metal drummers.
That when you hear him, it's like boring.
And
it's
you
boring.
and then you hear garage rock. You're not listening to it for the drummer.
Right, exactly.
But also the mixing in Metallica was kind of bad. Like the drums were turned up way too high.
Yeah, man.
And so you hear fucking
you just
hear
hear
the fucking snare.
But that's what they wanted to be loud and fast.
It was.
Especially in those early albums, you know.
It was. Fuck. Even all the way up to Injustice for All.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm at with music right now, man. I've been kind of in and out of it, throwing some podcasts. I haven't really listened to much music lately.
So I did go on like a 2-3 day bender where I was listening to Limp Bizkit every day.
You dressed up as Fred Durst for Halloween.
That's where the inspiration came from.
Thought you was fucking Fred Durst when you got out of the car. I was like, who the hell?
What the fuck is Fred Durst doing here?
Is this 2001?
Oh, that's my brother.
2002?
Never
What the
mind.
hell? You even had the red backwards hat.
Yeah, I went and bought it. It was like $50.
God, it's like, why is this hat so much?
Yeah, it was so worth it. So worth it.
Yeah, I'm sad I didn't get a picture with you then.
Yeah.
It's
I know,
all right.
right?
You can dress up as
I'll do it.
It's the easy
I'll
costume.
see y'all Saturday.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all in a little bit. I'm about to go home after this, and
Dress up as Fred
Yeah.
Durst.
I was gonna dress up, and I didn't get a
How
costume.
many times did you sing Limp Bizkit songs on the ride over?
Come
there?
on! All of them. All the rides. Every ride.
Feel bad for whoever
Every
rode
minute.
with you.
Gabby was terrified of me saying anything else.
What did her family have to say about
Oh,
you?
they thought it was hilarious.
Did also see it?
Yeah. He
Nice.
was like, I walk in, he goes, "Holy fuck, you're Fred Durst," and just busts out laughing.
You looked a lot like
He
it.
just
too.
laughed so hard.
If you was like shorter and a little wider,
Yeah,
I
right.
feel like it would have really looked like Fred Durst.
It was fun, man. It was a good time.
Yeah, that was hilarious, man.
Yeah, I went on a little bender listening to Limp Bizkit.
Yeah,
Yeah, this 2 weeks.
chocolate starfish,
Chocolate starfish.
hot dog flavored water.
Yeah, hot dog flavored water.
Good album, dude.
What else did I listen to? I've been listening to mostly Metallica, like a lot of metal, like White Zombie and
Like some Rob Zombie.
any
Rob
Rob
Zombie.
any Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
It's good. I've just been on like a 2000s kick, like 2000s metal, like Pantera, like Slipknot, fucking Linkin Park, like new
Nice.
metal / like Godsmack, kind of like.
Okay.
I've been all over the place, man, but it's really all around there. I'm trying not to sneeze.
Dude, I was wondering, I was talking to Heather the other day, we were talking about music, and I was like, could you imagine being born in like the doo-wop era, like being like 12, 13, in like the 60s, 50s or something
And
like
then
that?
Elvis comes out and he fucking shakes his dick in the camera.
Yeah, and they think that's terrible, but I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about how, and now it's like WAP and Old Town Road. Like, is there anybody left?
Hold on, you said WAP? What is that?
Oh, you know what that is.
I don't know what that
That's
is.
that.
It's ASMR. ASMR wet ass pussy. That's what you do to the wet ass pussy. You just take a bite into it.
It's like, is there anybody left who, we say, oh, I listen to everything. Motherfucker, you don't listen to Cannibal Corpse. I'm sorry. And if you listen to Cannibal Corpse, I'm more liable to believe that you listen to everything.
I'm kind of close to listening to everything.
It's like, do you listen to opera? Do you listen to, there's a lot of stuff that people, I don't know. I know I'm being an asshole right now. Don't be that guy.
Be that guy.
I'm being that guy.
Be that guy right now.
Yeah. Because, okay, is there really is there anyone left who started from like the 60s listening to like that kind of music?
Is there anybody left that started from the bottom and now they're here?
And then now they're here.
Started from the bottom. Now the whole team is fucking here.
Is there anyone left who has like listened to every genre and has liked it the whole way? Because the boomers, they can't stand our fucking music now. Our music.
Our music?
I don't know, because we killed hair metal. The 90s music
God,
killed hair
fuck
metal.
Hair metal. It's so shitty.
And
Grunge killed hair metal.
For sure. And then you know what killed grunge was
Fucking
post-grunge.
Nickelback.
Was Nickelback, Godsmack,
Puddle of
Seether,
Mud.
Puddle of Mud, Shinedown, those bands.
That's a
Which is
damn
like,
shame.
it's like, here's the formula on how to make a catchy song with fucking drop D tuning or whatever.
And then metalcore came.
And then
No,
new
metal.
New metal kept
metal.
it going.
New metal and then metalcore.
Thrash metal in the 90s though was pretty nasty.
Yeah,
too.
thrash metal was there.
And that kind of, I feel like that was more like I feel like that
Thrash metal was more 80s.
It was definitely late 80s, some
It was
early
in the
90s.
80s, 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, Kill 'Em All was what, 83?
Yeah, something like that.
And then Slayer was mostly like late 80s. So yeah, it was 80s.
And
90s.
then there was, they still had that, like that genre of metal was still kicking.
It was 83. I said it like
Yeah.
I didn't know, but I just looked
You
it
could
up
throw
earlier.
like Iron Maiden.
You ever do that?
Sometimes.
You ever like look up something the night before and then you go into an argument and be like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this. And then someone's like, I don't think it is. And I'm like, how about you Google it?
Yeah, because you already know.
you looked at it yesterday.
Yeah, you don't.
But you try to be humble by acting like you don't know.
And then sometimes you don't really know if you
if you Googled it right.
Googled it right, and you're like, that's why you say, oh, it might be 83. That way you're.
Yeah.
it-
There's no way you lose.
Yeah,
You're
it's-
either the humble guy or you're right guy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And either way, you're a humble guy. It's awesome.
Either way, you're an asshole.
Oh, absolutely. Cheers. Cheers to being an asshole.
But you think is there really one person? I'm sure there's a couple people who like have been through every era like of music and liked it all.
Yeah, they probably were on stem cells.
And what made me think of that was there was this old lady. I might have tagged you in
that's
it,
what I said.
singing Dragula by
Oh,
Rob Zombie. She's
yes,
like, dig
dude.
through the ditches and burn through
Dude,
the
so
witches.
I didn't get to talk about this, but last Saturday we went to the Tour of Destruction.
Oh, you said
Oh, it was so fucking cool.
you said this was like a kind of like in a.
It was like a demolition dirt. It was on a racetrack, a big ass racetrack.
Oh,
Anderson
this was
Motor
your
Speedway.
motor twas.
Yeah, Monster Twat.
Get your motor talk underwear.
Yeah. So it's on Anderson Motor Speedway, right off of 81, and it's like fucking like they did like races where like there's pulling somebody behind them with a chain, and if the chain breaks, you lose. So like the last person alive, wins. And there was like a big ass demolition derby at the end. You remember Wacky Races?
That sounds like Jackass when they
So
rented the cars and went into that like.
So Wacky Races was like it was some cartoon show. I think it used to come on either Cartoon Network or Boomerang like late at night, and it would always be like just a bunch of different fucking like cars. But it was basically like Twisted Metal for like little kids. But it was a show where they raced like that. So they had like this fucking big ass jet engine, and there was always the evil guy on the fucking big ass scooter motorcycle, and he'd pull over and try to set
do not
traps for
remember
people.
this.
It was a cool ass show. If you've never seen Wacky Races, go up and just look up YouTube clips of it. It's fucking cool.
At first, I thought you was talking about what was where they had the robots and they put them in the ring. They like made these
Real
robots.
Steel.
No,
That's Hugh Jackman?
No, that's a whole fucking thing. It was like BattleBots or some shit where they like made. These,
Rock'em Sock'em.
Yeah. Fuck it. That's it.
50 first dates.
Yes. Don't look that up. Don't
So-
Google that. Don't Google that.
So, that sounds like a great spoof.
It
That was a
does.
great porn movie right there.
Hocus Poke Us.
Nice.
I think I downloaded the wrong film.
Yeah. 50 first dates. Holy shit. That's so good. So that's gonna have to be a shirt for anybody that wants a 50 first date shirt. We'll make
Yeah, hit
those.
us up. Hit us up. We can do that.
So where the fuck were we going right there? Oh, the wacky race. So the Tour of Destruction.
Yeah.
But there was one car. I slowly became a fan of one of the vehicles, of one of the drivers. They were driving a hearse, and the name of the car was the Dead Sled.
Oh, I like that.
And it was like black and purple, covered in like cobwebs and like fucking skeletons and shit.
I like that. There's always like that.
It was so cool, dude.
In those things, like it's the Undertaker. There's always like the
yeah,
dark,
it was
the dark motherfucker.
the Dead Sled. He's in a hearse.
That's a bad.
That's
That's
fucking
badass.
sick.
Yeah.
So they had this one thing where they were pulling like boat sleds behind them, or boat trailer. Sorry, like any kind of trailer. So some like drivers were pulling boats, some drivers were pulling whatever. The Dead Sled was pulling a fucking big ass coffin behind him,
Oh,
and it was
nice.
open with a fucking mannequin in it.
Really?
Yeah, it was so
Nice.
cool.
That's cool.
And the mannequin.
That was in
fucking
Greenville?
eaten out. It was in Anderson.
Anderson, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what y'all went to last.
Yeah,
last week. Okay,
but
that's
it was fucking really sick, man. We drank a lot of beers and
cool.
fucking
always
hollered
hollered
and shit.
Yeah.
But the whole time, all I could think about was Twisted Metal.
Dude, out of all the video games that like has gotten remakes and like in the time of like battle royales, I was drunk
Wow,
one
they
night,
really
dude.
missed it.
I was
They
drunk one
really
night. I got
missed.
mad because I didn't have a Twisted Metal battle royale. Fucking
Oh,
message
man.
Sony PlayStation. I said, "Where's the fuck is the?"
This is Chris Harris.
Yeah, I was like, "Where the fuck is Twisted Metal battle royale?"
I'm just dropping last names on this podcast.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
yeah. I think I dropped a couple.
This is the second one.
Where the fuck is the Twisted Metal battle royale? You drop from the fucking whatever, and this you can build some spaceship and drop them out
Right.
of. I know I'm getting gimmicky.
The battle
here.
bus.
The battle bus.
They had fucking school bus races.
You drive at the back of that bitch.
The Tour of Destruction had school bus races,
That's cool.
and they were wrecking into each other and fucking smashing each other
Who
against the
doesn't love
sidewall and shit.
demolition? Anytime I
pretty
think of
sick.
that, I
Who
think,
doesn't love destruction and death? Me, I know I do.
right? No, just me. Sorry,
Okay,
guys.
yeah, me neither. Sorry.
Dude, Twisted Metal was like one of those '90s, early 2000s.
I know,
games.
man. It's so
Shit,
good. Like
dude.
Jack and Daxter,
Oh, that was a good one.
fucking Sly Cooper, Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah,
Man, I was I don't know where I was. This might have been where was I? Oh, we were at actually I think it was at karate this morning. And Chad put on some music on the Bluetooth and it was like he was like taking a chance with something he'd never heard.
Oh, okay.
And it
Bold.
sounded like the soundtrack you would hear on those discs that had like on the PlayStation 1 disc that had like the 20 games you could like play the trials on.
Okay, yeah, like a demo disc.
Yeah, like a demo disc. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was going for.
Yeah,
The trial game disc
a demo disc.
yeah,
Got
a
you.
demo disc, yeah. Like the music in like the main screen where it's just like some fucking random like dubstep almost, yeah. Yeah, it was kind of like, and that's exactly what I was like. What the fuck is this right now?
It's like that.
I was like, that's what it started
Like
off
you're
as.
in New York City on like a crotch rocket and it's nighttime, but there's neon lights. And
Yeah.
you're just, like, going in and out of
Yeah.
traffic, you know.
And people were like, "Hey, get out of here!
Yeah.
I'm trying to walk over here." Oh man,
He
50
played
first
that.
dates.
He played that shit.
Yeah, that was some music. It wasn't really that. It turned into like some fucking rap. But it was. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I don't remember what I said to Dad. It was a funny one-liner.
Do you ever just like
Completely.
listen to someone say some music and go, "Damn, dude, how?"
Where'd it go wrong?
Like, dude, we was at buddy's house and this girl. I might have told this on the podcast before, but I used to be very critical, and I still am very critical.
He used to be very critical.
Very,
He's
very-
not anymore, but he used to be.
but not as much as I used to be. Not as much as I used to be.
We'll have a fucking
I used to be like
asthma
a
attack.
dickhead about it. Now I'm just like, okay, it's just not for me. I've
And
learned
now
that
I'm
it's
just
just
like
not for
nobody
me.
wants to hear me be a dickhead. I want to
Yes.
be one, but I'm not gonna be.
Yes,
Nobody wants to
exactly.
hear it, so.
Okay, I'm still a dickhead. I'm undercover dickhead now.
You're a dickhead under. It's like you're uncircumcised.
Yeah, sure.
A dickhead undercover.
Sure, sure. And
I didn't get the credit I deserve for that joke.
and she's like, play Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne. And I look at Heather and she's like,
No, the remix.
No,
Have you
we're
heard
getting there.
Oh, okay.
And Heather's like, God damn, this song sucks.
Yeah.
And she's right.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Skater Boy sucks. I mean, it's
But
catchy.
it's pretty fun on a rock band.
And this, and the girl who requested the song, she was fucked up. She's like, "Oh, you don't like this? Well, okay, you really just need to listen to Skater Boy remix.
There's no way it could be better.
There's no way when has the remix ever been better?
Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh God, don't
No,
do
I'm just
this.
kidding. I'm not doing this. I can't troll this hard. It's too fucking bad.
Yeah, it's just Skater Boy remix.
Oh, Machine Gun Kelly, Killing in the Name of.
Oh, that was rough. That was rough, dude.
All right, sorry, I'm done. I'm done trolling.
But it's like, and then she puts it on, and it's like, and I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. She just says it.
She had to be drunk, didn't she?
I mean, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Well,
Any story we
like,
tell
I
is
was like,
more than likely
And she starts
intoxication.
ripping the song. I fucking knew it, dude. I'm just like, damn. If anybody says some shit about this music I was listening to, like, I'm like, fuck.
Right,
I'm like,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Like, this song is
That's pretty fair.
trash.
You ever heard Skater Boy remix? No, thanks.
I don't like Skater Boy.
Don't think I want to.
They play it anyway. It's like, God, I don't want to be here.
Hey, I got a request. Skater Boy remix.
It's so much better than the original. You're really good. If you didn't like Skater Boy, you're gonna love
If
Skater
you don't
Boy
like,
remix.
if you don't like pop punk, well, how about you hear the pop punk version? That's basically what she said.
Dude, what killed the? We're talking about what killed, like grunge and post grunge and hair metal. What killed the fucking emo shit?
Nothing. Blink-182 is going back on tour.
Oh yeah, when you were young tour.
What the fuck?
Have you seen that?
No, I
It
mean,
was,
yeah, I've seen it. It's
uh,
fucking like $1,000 a ticket or something.
Yeah,
crazy.
and it's like all those whiny bands.
nothing killed. Nothing killed it. It's still going.
It's not going
All
like
the-
that though.
Yeah, all the fucking emo
Think so?
rappers. Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, that's kind of bringing back some pop punk for sure. It's coming back.
Yeah,
but it's
all these emo rappers.
But
though.
dude, okay, maybe
Like
yeah,
since like 2015.
maybe so. But like, think of these bands.
I guess really like rap, like
think of that.
50 Cent, like all that shit kind of killed that, which is kind of crazy. That's what
Maybe it's a
transitioned
different
into like, the
genre,
mainstream.
though.
But that's what it went into though.
Yeah, but like wet. Okay, like
Wet.
wet. Okay, we know. I'm just talking about in rock and roll. What changed it in rock and roll? Because like, okay, hair metal, grunge, post grunge, emo scene came along, and I mean, yeah, that's just that genre though.
post grunge hung around for a while, like a really long time.
Yeah, about 10 years, probably about the time as the rest
Longer
of them
than
did.
grunge, probably.
Same about as
Grunge
hair
is
metal.
like 4 years.
Hair metal's kind of been around for a long time too.
Yeah, that's
Those
true.
motherfuckers, those people who listen to hair metal are keeping those bands
Like some of the
touring.
southern rock people kind of took in. It was just like
It was
after,
weird.
I feel like after post grunge, there's like nothing.
After post grunge, it got into, I think, like,
Because like new metal and post grunge were kind of at the same time, and they lasted long as fuck. Both of them did.
yeah, they did.
And then it kind of went into like more like just mainstream metal, like Avenged Sevenfold. Like more, I guess the Black Album was what really set that tone because like Five Finger Death Punch, Avenged Sevenfold, like they were trying to sound like that.
They made the market for it. Yeah,
I guess like really like metalcore. That's what it was. Fucking metalcore.
I would say metalcore. That's what I would do.
metalcore. Yeah. Which was Avenged
But
Sevenfold.
metalcore was never popular. Like the last.
It's pretty fucking popular now.
I mean, it's popular, but it's like it never hit
Bring
the
Me
radio.
the Horizon. Bring Me the Horizon did. And Avenged Sevenfold was fucking metalcore.
Okay, that's yeah.
Bring Me Avenged Sevenfold is like
two.
one of the greatest
Oh yeah, for sure,
metalcore
for
bands
sure.
of all time.
But
yeah.
like, it could only get so hard on the radio. Eventually,
That's true.
you had to branch out. If you liked harder shit, you had to branch out. You know.
yeah, if you like harder shit, you had to find somebody with a harder dick.
Yeah. I guess. I guess that's how it works.
That's it. That's exactly how it works.
Yeah.
If you like harder shit, you should change your diet because if your
You
shit
just
isn't
soften
hard-
it up.
yeah, it's
We
just
recommend
soft right now.
Miralax.
Oh, okay. What does Miralax do for you?
Well, you know, a stool softener.
It's like a cushion for your
Yeah.
stool. They should have had this
Man,
at
we're
the restaurant
getting
earlier.
way off
We
road
are
here.
going crazy. Oh man, it's good to be be on this podcast.
It is, man. It is. It really is. Every week is always a little
That's
something to
always
look forward
fun,
to.
yeah, it's a
When I
little
woke up,
treat.
like I said, really wasn't feeling it, man. Just I didn't really have that much to drink last night. I mean, I had like 5 or 6 beers. Went to bed at like 1:30. Was playing some Overwatch. Then woke up, did some hot yoga. Came in. I was like, dude, I'm tired. So
Yeah,
fucking tired.
that's pretty fair. Well, guess what? We got to carve pumpkins in like an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh God.
What time do we need to end today?
We got some time.
Like 4 o'clock or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I figured for.
Figure 4? You got figure
Oh,
4?
what about Ric Flair? Woo!
Fucking
Dude, man, WWE. I miss those times. Like, You missed the good era of WWE. When you finally grew up, it was just complete shit.
Yeah.
It was so gimmicky.
Yeah, it was.
But like, I mean, it was always gimmicky. But like WCW, like
I really
the
can't.
Wolfpack,
I can't
time,
picture a time where it was never as bad as it is now.
I know.
I can't. There's no way that it was ever any better.
I know, man.
There's no way.
They did some wild shit, dude. Me and Nutswinger was talking about it the other day. Shout out Nutswinger. We were talking about it the other day, and dude, there was times where they had a bra and panties match, where like each girl tried to take the bra and panties off the other one, or some shit. Yeah. Or like, and
everybody's like, "Oh, I hope they get it."
It was like the attitude.
I hope they get it off.
Yeah, it was so weird. Dude, you go back and look, and you're like, "This was on TV."
That's so insane.
Some of that shit was wild, man.
Yeah, I just can't imagine where it wasn't gimmicky. There was never a time.
It was always gimmicky.
It was always as gimmicky as it is now.
Fair. It was just a time.
It was just dumber rednecks
but dude,
that thought it was real.
You can't fuck with like
There had to be some really dumb rednecks.
Vince
that thought it was
McMahon and
real.
Stone Cold in the hospital.
Oh,
and
it's
shit.
fucking phenomenal. Like
Hulk Hogan,
television.
like The Rock.
It's reality TV.
Yeah, it was
which is also fake.
Exactly. Unless it's Love on the Spectrum, that's just
okay,
very
genital.
I had to really think this one through. I just stopped myself. I just couldn't allow myself
very
to fuck
genital.
it up.
I knew it was coming. I knew one was coming.
I was gonna say generous. I think.
It's very genital.
It's very genital. Sorry, I got penises on the brain.
Oh man.
50 first dates. That's a good one. It's very
I fucking choked.
genital.
Oh my god. That's fucking good. Yeah.
Yeah, that time was like
It
the
was so
Big
fucking
Show,
gimmicky.
Kevin Nash, like Bret Hart,
Ray Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio.
Ray Mysterio's a cool motherfucker.
Like the Dudley brothers, the Hardy brothers.
The Hardy
like,
brothers.
dude,
Fucking-
that was the shit,
Yeah.
man. That was a
It
good
was.
time. And then it just like, I don't know, maybe it's just made for 13-year-old kids. I don't know.
And fucking like redneck people that didn't realize it was fake.
Yeah, but maybe
It
there's
really
something.
seems like that.
Maybe there's something wrong with those guys too.
Like, what do you mean, like inbred?
Nah, I don't know. Don't you feel like
Tell
they're
me how
just-
you feel.
I don't know.
Because it's like you're not like saying what
I
you
don't.
feel.
I don't know how I feel. This is a hot take, and I don't know if I want to get hot takey.
Get
right
hot
now.
take. Please get hot takey.
It just seems like if you're old and you like that shit, I don't know. Okay, you have to have a kid who likes it. You get into it with him.
Are you about to use the R word?
Nah. I don't because I don't believe that. I just felt like that's a little extreme.
Extreme. Hey, we were talking about that movie earlier.
Yeah. It feels like a little extreme, but I don't know. It just seems like, how's that entertaining? Unless you're like a 13-year-old kid. That's what I'm asking.
So what makes it entertaining to an adult?
Yeah. Unless you have a child, you can get into it with your child. That makes sense.
Because there's plenty of adults that are entertained.
Oh
by it.
yeah.
So what's wrong with them?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
What would you be your first guess?
I don't know. Maybe they grew up with it. Nostalgic. I don't know.
Okay, what about the people that they didn't grow up with it?
I don't know.
I'm trying to
You're trying to bait me into some shit, man. The fuck? I'm telling you.
So I got really distracted in the middle of you talking because I looked up and saw Tim Roth in that picture. Are him and Eli Roth related?
I don't know.
Because
But Eli Roth
he's a genius.
is a bad motherfucker. He
He's
did
fucking
American
genius.
Horror Story,
Yeah.
Hostel, right?
Yeah.
I think he did Hostel.
Inglourious Basterds.
And Glorious Bastards was my favorite role for him. Of course, that's one of my favorite movies. But
Like
like,
Donnie Donowitz.
dude, that's a bad
The Bear
motherfucker.
Jew.
The Bear Jew.
The Bear Jew.
Dude, one of the best. We've talked about one of the best moments in that film was when he captured the old
Colonel,
dude,
yeah.
the Colonel, and he's about
How'd you get that badge?
yeah. So
For killing Jews?
yeah, he got
How'd you get that badge for killing Jews? Bravery.
Oh, he ain't gonna rat his fucking. He dies for
He
it.
does. He dies for it.
So yeah,
So
Eli
he
Roth's
been
character.
here.
They captured the old dude.
They capture. So Inglourious Basterds about. We've talked about it literally every fucking
Episode. Yeah.
But for the people that are new that are tuning in, Inglourious Basterds is a Quentin Tarantino film. It's basically about the group of Jews that were actually it's a real group that fought in World War II called the Inglourious Basterds. That were just a fucking group of badass Jews that were killing Nazis. That was their goal, was to scout Nazis
Yep.
and kill them. And so Brad Pitt plays like the lead role as like the lead guy out of the Apache.
Yeah.
But there's a guy who is Eli Roth's character.
He's the enforcer.
Yeah, he's the enforcer. They call him the Bear Jew, and he just beats people to death with a fucking baseball
bat, yeah.
And so they catch this Nazi colonel, and they have him tied up, and they're trying to like find out war plans, so they can infiltrate and all this shit. And they threaten him. Well, if you've heard of Out of the Apache, I'm sure you've heard of the Bear Jew.
And he walks, and he's like
and
tapping the bat
the fucking
in the
bat
tunnel.
in this tunnel.
It's dark. He just walks out with his bat, and he knows, the guy who is captured knows Eli Roth's character as the Bear Jew.
And he knows what the Bear Jew does. He beats people to death.
With a baseball bat.
Yeah.
And then Eli Roth, the Bear Jew, asks him, where'd you get that badge?
And he sees because the guy has the colonel has a badge on his uniform. He's still in his Nazi uniform.
Yeah.
And he sees the badge and he goes, "Hey, what'd you get that badge for? Killing Jews?"
He said, "No, bravery." Which means I'm dying right now. Fuck you.
Oh, man. It's so
I'm not giving up my people.
And
which is like fucking respect.
It's
man.
shitty people, but respect.
It's shitty people. But
how shitty were the people? Can we talk about that? The Nazis.
Oh, man, I don't think this needs to.
No, I think it does.
How shitty were they? I mean, they were definitely shitty.
No, they were shitty, but like all war is shitty.
For sure.
So if you're at the point where you're fighting for a person like Hitler, who was very influential, he brainwashed a lot of people.
Oh, 100%.
So these people probably thought they were doing the right thing. A lot of the Nazis probably did.
Oh, yeah, guaranteed.
Now, I'm sure there's plenty of Nazis that were just sick fucks.
Yes.
Those are the shitty people for sure. But like, how many people that just got drafted into the military that were born in Germany, like, they didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
And it's shitty, but like,
it's just like the nature versus nurture thing.
What are your options there?
Your options are to conform or get killed.
You conform or get killed.
Yeah.
And
odds
kills
are
your family. You're going to conform.
You're going to conform.
Yeah.
That's just the way it was. Hitler was a shitty motherfucker,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly. So,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not like standing up for the Nazis, obviously. I don't want to sound like I am.
Oh, man.
But there could be a clip made about how shitty are they?
How shitty are the Nazis?
No, but like, really. I mean, that's...
Yeah, I mean...
It's a shitty situation to be put into by a shitty fucking person. How often does that happen in other places,
I mean, the only, I kind of correlate it to, nature versus nurture as far as...
I'm not sure what you mean by that. I heard you say it a second ago. I don't know
well, necessarily just... You kind of like a product of your environment, I guess is a better way to put it.
So basically what you're saying is free will doesn't exist. Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think it does. I don't know what I said on other podcasts, but
you said that then. I just wanted to see if you would double down.
Yeah, I don't think it does. I mean, I think it does to an extent.
I think it does, but there's so many different variations of free will that it kind of cancels each other out.
Yeah, because you have free will, but limited to your environment.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I mean, I'm sure there was a lot of people who did some fucked up shit that they're not proud of and have to live with, or had to live with. That they didn't want to do to protect their family and protect themselves, and that doesn't make it any better.
It doesn't make it better, yeah, but
it happened.
Yeah,
so.
But yeah, respect to the guy that, like you said
in the movie, respect to the motherfucker who was.
He wasn't gonna let his guys get killed. The guys that he fucking trained with, and he wasn't gonna rat them out.
Exactly.
Crazy. It's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
Recommended for sure.
Yeah,
but The Lighthouse for this week.
Okay, nice.
The Lighthouse for this week, not Inglourious Bastards. I mean Inglourious Bastards, but also The Lighthouse. Yeah, that's good.
You seen any good festivals coming up lately?
I haven't looked at all.
I haven't either.
I haven't looked at anything.
I know. I've been kind
I
of
haven't
craving.
even thought about it.
I kind of craved it the other night. I was like, damn, I could go for
what kind of festival?
Either one. I could go heavy metal. I could go, folk music. I can go whatever. I'm down for whatever.
Yeah. All right. Let's look. I got well, in about 2 months from now, my vacation renews.
We're gonna start. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it at the beginning of the year.
I like that. That's a good idea.
Because we always go to a couple each year. You was talking about the haunted house you went to the other day.
Oh yeah. I don't really want to say the name of it or where it was because I don't want it to get too big.
Oh man, I get it. Just tell me off air.
I don't want too many people to blow it up, but I'll tell you about it off air. Yeah, it's called a Night of Terror. It was over near the Jockey Lot in Williamston.
Do you know what road it was on?
Behind the Jockey Lot.
Behind it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like Big Oak or something.
No, literally, like the Jockey Lot's here. You pull into the Jockey Lot, and it's behind the Jockey Lot. It's on the same lot as the Jockey Lot.
Okay.
It's behind the Jockey Lot, like
I
right in
got
that
you.
area.
Yeah, I got you.
And so, yeah, man, we get there like right when they open, and you go in. It's like $25 a person, so it's pretty standard for a haunted house. It's like a 15-minute wait. You wait inside of a bar. There's nobody in the bar, just the bartender. So, the only thing that's there is the haunted house. It's not like an open bar.
Okay.
It's just the haunted house, but like the line waits inside of a bar because it was raining that day. It worked out really well too.
That was cool.
So yeah, went in there, got some IPAs, kind of chilled. Waited maybe 15 minutes in line, 20 minutes in line, and the haunted house is like 20 minutes.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, for $25, yeah.
Can't beat that. Because honestly, like
these really big commercialized places,
you just wait and wait.
it's like 3-hour waits for $40, and you're gonna go in for 20 minutes.
It's like not worth it.
And it was better than those places.
And the beauty of it is like, yeah, there's a little more passion in those.
Yeah, because it's like it's people just trying to make a little bit of money.
They're
trying to scare the fuck out of you.
They're trying to scare you, and they're trying to become the next Mad World too.
Yeah, it's like college football players.
Yeah.
Well, not now because they get paid.
Yeah. Dude, what time is it? I feel like Georgia, Tennessee should be.
It's 3:30 right now.
Oh man, how you feel about that game?
Oh, that's a good call. I think Georgia will win. It's in Athens. Like you said before, we've been here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Georgia's been there. They've proven themselves. They won the national championship. They're coming off
in Athens. I'd be surprised.
People have been shitting on this team from the whole offseason, and they come out and they are dominant. They don't look like they've lost a single step.
They got the momentum right now,
and their offense is developed the most.
Tennessee has the utmost confidence. Now, if it's like a tie game into the half, I'm like going Georgia still.
The thing is,
I think Georgia's going to win. But
the thing is, though, it's in Athens. How many Tennessee fans do you think are going to be at that game?
Oh, they'll show up.
It's going to be 50-50.
I think it'll be more like 65. The Georgia fans are going to be there. They're going to be there, and they're going to buy them tickets. So,
but I feel like Tennessee fans got more money. Tennessee fans got that money.
I don't know. Maybe.
And especially after Tennessee beat Alabama in Tennessee.
Oh, there'll be a lot of Tennessee fans.
There's going to be a lot of Tennessee fans.
But it'll definitely be all Georgia. It's in Georgia.
Yeah, that's true. Athens is fucking always packed to the brim.
Yeah.
They don't even sell fans. They don't even sell away tickets to certain fans. Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting game.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I kind of got to piss. Take a piss break?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we'll be back, guys.
We'll be back. Cheers, man.
Hey, we back.
What's up, man?
Cheers.
Have you ever had a moment where you was like, okay, this might be a simulation?
Oh, man. Okay, I'm listening.
And this is not a good example of a simulation, but like it made me go, what the fuck? Okay, so when I used to live in the apartment in Malden, I used to go to this liquor store.
Okay.
And every time I go in there, there'd be this guy, this white dude who had a Fu Manchu and had the Forrest Whitaker eye, to where it was kind of like I don't know if he had a stroke or whatever it was, but he had like that, like his left side of his face kind of sagged down.
The lazy eye.
The lazy eye, where it's like half the eye or whatever. You can see half the eye, and he was very like, this dude was very like, kind of like vulgar comedy, like older white dude would like you would find at the bar.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Who would
missing an eye. Well, yeah.
Entertaining. Yeah. Very controversial dude. But like when I saw that guy, I was like, I will never forget this guy. Because like he was just.
He had a Fu Manchu, first off.
It all just the story he told me about. He told me I was buying like a bottle of liquor, and he was telling me some story about him at Hooters and all this. And I was just like, whatever, dude. But I was like, you know what? I'll never forget this motherfucker. 6 months later, he's working at my night job. And I'm like, what the fuck? And like this dude was like such a really weird, unique personality.
And how long had you been at the night job for that at that point?
6 years.
You've been there for 6 years?
Yeah, at the time.
Oh shit! And so then he started working there too.
Yes.
So it's not like y'all both just happened to get the job; they were hiring.
No.
You'd been there. You've been there?
Yes. And then he's gone from the liquor store. I'm like, okay, he's gone from my day job or night job, and then skip forward to a couple years later. I see him at this gas station, and I'm like, holy fuck, I know this dude. It's the dude. It's that guy. And he's like, oh yeah, tell so and so you know where you work that. I said, you know, fuck you, ha ha. He just makes some little side comment. I'm just like, okay. I'm like, damn, I've seen this dude before.
Is he still working there at the time, or
no? He's gone.
Okay.
He's gone. So he just stopped by for like 4 months.
Right.
And then I'm like, dude, I have seen this dude like 4 or 5 times since then, just out. And the last time
that guy was placed in this world just for your life.
That's what it made me like. It got so ridiculous that it made me think like, okay, who's fucking with me? Like, is this the Truman Show right now?
Yeah, right. That's a good fucking movie.
I pulled up at the gas station. Very good movie. Pulled up at the gas station, and then I see this motherfucker again like 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, dude, there's no one on. I don't even see like our relatives this much.
So if we're in a simulation, where do we go when we die?
I think that we start over as like either ourselves or.
Who created the simulation?
I have no clue.
Is it other people like us? Is it like Rick and Morty? Where we're powering a car battery right now?
I don't know if they look like us, and we're just going pretending that the simulation theory is real.
Like fast simulation theory right now.
Yeah, I don't know if they look like us. If it's like the Matrix, to where like you're just in some fucking bubble cubicle thing with like shit being fed into you, and one day you just wake up. Like Neo could be like that. To where like
playing a game the whole time.
To where like you were literally in the. I mean, that's what the simulation is like. Could be that to where like they have control of your physical body, but have you in a mental state. You know what I'm saying? It could be like that. I don't necessarily believe that's the case, but I mean, you got to kind of think like where. I don't necessarily believe in simulation theory. I know I talk about it a lot because I think it's fun to talk about.
It is fun to talk about.
It's kind of fun to entertain just because you just don't know. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
I don't care what anybody says. Nobody knows why we're here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To
exist, according to the Crabman.
According to the Crabman, we're just here to exist.
I like that.
And maybe that's the answer.
I really like that answer.
That seems like the most simplistic answer, I think.
But it's still strange.
Yeah.
As far as like, it's still it brings questions. Like everybody's going to be curious about it. And if I can't think of the word for that. But.
Yeah, if you're sitting here thinking, okay, simulation theory is fucking out there and ridiculous. Well, so is a spinning sphere of water in space with like a hot pile of gas. Like all of that is insane.
Yeah, for sure.
In itself. So it's like to say that simulation theory is crazy. I think that like it might be crazy to you because you didn't grow up listening to it. I don't know. It just seems like it's definitely a possibility.
Is that something you lean towards more than other things? Or?
I don't lean towards anything, I don't think.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
Are you like, and when you say that, you mean like you're just not sure?
I'm just trying to find out.
Yeah, you're trying to
I'm
find
trying
out.
to find out, you know?
For sure.
I think we all kind of are.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, but simulation theory, I think it does make sense. You talk to people and like who like really knowledgeable people like say Elon Musk or people who
the robots.
Yeah, who
the robots
probably inserted himself in the simulation.
Oh fuck.
I know, but or you can like I have a kind of a theory on how like those people like Elon Musk and
we only have 14 minutes, so
we got time.
Okay, good. I want to hear this.
You got those people like Elon Musk, Jeffrey Bezos, and Zuckerberg, who is like, okay, another example. Like,
Joe Rogan's a robot.
Yeah, we're like, okay, did the simulation people put them in here to progress us as a society? Or are they just who they are? So like the grace of God, they just were like naturally became this insanely motivated, insanely intelligent person who was super necessary for our us as a being or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's like I mean, you go all the way back to the American Revolution. There was the person that like really started that idea of fuck the British. Why don't we just do our own thing?
Right.
Like whoever started, there's somebody that planted that idea.
Oh yeah,
there's probably a group of dudes fucking smoking weed, like they're smoking doobies with their brothers, and they're like, you know what? Why the fuck do we need to? Why can't we just start our own shit?
Yeah,
I mean, like that's how it all starts, though.
But I think the real thing that kind of makes me even more curious about simulation theory is that Okay, the pyramids are what they are. Like, that's just a whole nother whatever.
Yeah, people are strong. Genius.
That's a whole nother conspiracy. Like, who knows? Like, even I don't even know if simulation theory.
That's the easy answer. Aliens. That's it.
That's the easiest answer, but
Is it that easy though? Because we've never seen an alien ever, except for Mark Zuckerberg and Jeffrey Bezos.
depends on who you talk to, man. Because it's like that's a whole nother argument. But
oh god, we could go so deep into that. We should have continued this another episode with Chris.
oh yeah, right.
With
yeah,
Chris Harris, yes.
yeah. November 12th. Chris should be on the podcast. Should be very
that's gonna be
exciting.
good,
Super
yeah.
excited about
That's
that one.
Good.
Yeah, simulation theory. The one thing that gets me is like, okay, we all know that there's millions of galaxies. Are we really that naive to think that we see where technology is going right now? Oculus, the metaverse, fucking. In the 90s, we thought that like Frogger was the best, or like PS2 we thought at the time was the best graphics we can get. And now we're getting to the point to where it's everything except for putting on the suit and jumping into the game and feeling it.
So let me just pause you. There's over 1 million galaxies. How big is it? Picture how big our galaxy is right now. Can you picture that?
I can't picture that.
I picture 1 million more.
Exactly. And
Now think about how tiny we are and irrelevant we are to
Yes.
everything. How
Now-
small does that make you feel?
I don't think we can comprehend.
That's so crazy.
I don't think we can comprehend. But
That's
what
so
I'm saying
crazy.
is, like, are we really that naive to think that we are the first and most technologically advanced people out of all the millions and millions and millions
I'm really
of years
impressed that you got through that sentence.
and millions and millions and millions of galaxies? Do we really think that we're the most technologically advanced?
No, there's no fucking way.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay? Well, then we've all spent like what? How long? How old is the Earth? I mean,
I don't know. I'm not.
hundreds of thousands of years old.
Tell me, speaking English, Doc. I'm not a scientist.
Old as fuck. And do we really think that like we're the most? I don't think we are.
I think it's
the most
definitely older than
advanced.
100,000 years.
Oh, it definitely
I think
is.
it's like in the billions
Yeah, it's definitely in the billions. But I'm just trying to put into perspective
or
for
millions. I don't know.
who knows.
Well,
But it's out there.
it's
But
two
it's
different
like,
letters, huh?
but in that time, do we really think that like even like spread out throughout this time that we are the most advanced people? No. Well, then okay, we see where
And he's back.
And he's back. Technological. Like that whole no,
Still wasn't it.
Like you see how advanced we are.
What kind of advancement?
Too much pressure.
Technologically advanced.
Yes, thank you.
I got you.
My mouth is so dry because I'm talking so fucking much.
You got water right there. Take a sip.
I know, and we see how
green tea.
yeah, that's from like
Fucking crab man.
yeah. So we see how far advanced we are right now, and where we're headed. Where are we headed as far as technology?
Where do we go? Where do we go now?
God, seriously though, like we are on the brink of being into another reality. That's why they're selling fucking virtual like land. Like virtual land is being sold right now. You can buy
That's a thing.
Hold
on. What the fuck is virtual land?
I don't know a lot about it, man.
Oh,
but you
God,
can
and
buy.
we're back.
But you apparently someone purchased land, like virtual land, besides Snoop Dogg for like I don't know how much it was, but it was like.
So what do you do with this land?
The thought is that when technology
We go into this. You have told me about this.
advances to the point
Where we're fucking Ready Player One.
that we're Ready Player One, that land that he bought for $50,000 will end up being $50 million.
So I know we talk about movies and fucking music and all this stuff and all this pop culture stuff. We don't talk about books enough. I feel like we should, like me and you, I feel like we should start reading books more.
The problem with me is like,
I don't have time. It's easy to say that, but you fucking have time. You watched the movie the other day.
but I just don't know if I want to sacrifice like my comfort time and create that as my comfort time. Does that
That's
make
fair,
sense?
yeah. But I want to refer to a book that I read in high school called Variant.
Okay, I don't know.
It's about we've got like as much time as we want. We don't give a fuck because they're whatever. So the book is about, and I don't know if people read. It's a fiction novel.
People read.
I mean, I don't know, like people that listen to this podcast read.
They don't.
Yeah. Well,
Just playing,
maybe.
just playing.
But the book Variant is it's actually about like this kid that kind of goes off to this like private school, and he's super fucking smart. And the school though is actually like developed like into like sanctions of like people split up with each other. Like they almost make like borderline gangs inside the school, but like not like it's like a private school, but like they kind of like develop their own gangs of like whatever Bloods or Crip, whatever the fuck you want to refer to.
Yeah.
And then it gets to the point where like all these relationships develop, but like they feel like it's starting to become a prison. And like this book is like, it's like one of those. It's like it's not really like a like it's not a romantic book, or it's like it's an action book. It's like a science fiction book almost. But like where these guys are in these fucking like forced to build these relationships with people, and it's like the teachers are treating them like prisoners.
Okay.
But it's a really good fiction book. I mean, I don't want to like go too in detail because there's huge plot twists in the book. It's really fucking good.
Okay.
But I know you'll never read it. I'll tell you off air. But
yeah, reading is something I really admire in people, but I just have never had an interest for it. And I don't feel good when I say that. Like I wish I was a reader. I really do.
yeah,
But like I think most of my passions and hobbies come from like
short attention span.
yes.
Yeah.
And not necessarily that, because there's a lot of video games that I like to read. I'm more of like a visual person. Like there's like like a lot of the classic Final Fantasies have like there's no voiceovers. It's just all.
You brought me back.
Yeah, there's no voiceovers.
In,
there's all like you have to read a lot of that shit, which I don't mind because I'm
you
like
see the visual
I'm
too.
interactive with it. I'm visual, but like reading a book kind of. I don't know. Sometimes I'll read something and it just kind of goes in one head and I have to reread it. Like goes
That's
in one
fair.
ear or when like whatever how you want to say goes in and comes out.
One ear and out the other.
Yes, if I'm not listening to the book. Doesn't have the expression.
That's fine. That's fine.
I thought about picking up audiobooks, but
I thought about it too. I don't know.
but I'm always on the phone and like my day job, so I'm like
I think of like
podcasts are enough for
a lot
me.
of stuff that I think about. I use my podcast as time for. I don't use it as learning. I use it as time for entertainment.
Yeah,
Like fantasy football. That's the fucking podcast I listen to. It's fantasy footballers.
that's a good one.
I'm gonna edit that out. I might
Definitely
not.
edit that out.
I might. Yeah.
Definitely edit that out.
I listen to one podcast, and that's really about it. I don't have time to listen to any other podcasts.
Yeah. I get it. There's a couple of them I listen to. Rogan. When I got to the point with Rogan where it's like, it has to be someone I really like or
Right.
someone that interests me. Like Mark Zuckerberg coming on. It was a little boring, but he's definitely seems like an alien.
Yeah. He's part of the. Imagine if you were the guy that created the simulation, and then you came into the simulation with us.
That would be a lot of. If I created it, I would definitely be playing
Oliver
God.
Tree.
I'd be playing God if I was the.
You'd be
simulator.
Oliver Tree.
Oh yeah, man! I would definitely.
Like, how ridiculous can I get, and people still
man.
pay me millions of dollars?
I would be Elvis. I would be the Beatles. I would be everything that was big. I'd be Nirvana in the '90s. Fuck
No,
it.
I think Oliver Tree is really fun.
Oh yeah,
Or like just like super controversial shit that's like stupid.
shitty, just goofy, just
Yeah.
yeah. Who knows?
Like Oliver Tree is like, because whenever you said the simulation, that's the first thing I thought. That's where I thought you were going with that.
was Oliver Tree
Because like
really?
we've got to be in a simulation. There's people like that. Like that's like fucking Dark Souls Jakida. Like someone just created a fucking
That's
character.
exactly what it's like.
That's fucking like your GTA character. GTA 5 online character is Oliver Tree. Except this is a guy that creates music and makes millions of dollars.
Exactly.
That has
He's
to
a
be
person
that's
who
the guy that created the simulation.
What's
Now
the
talk
problem?
about a fucking conspiracy
Yeah.
theory. Oliver Tree created this simulation we're in.
I think we can get some traction on that.
I actually think that's not that far.
I think we can get some
fetched.
traction on that. Go ahead and post that to the TikTok shorts.
Oh man, I can do that. It's just TikToks though. It's not shorts.
Oh, fair. I don't see. I'm out of the loop on the new shit.
Oh man, how terrible.
Just an old geezer.
Oh god, the wheezing geezer. Oh man, yeah. Oliver Tree. So just hear me out. You create a simulation. You're so genius, and you're like, I want to have fun. I'm gonna join the simulation and be as ridiculous as I possibly can, and see how famous.
Can
I
I be honest here? If you were going to pick, if you go with Oliver Tree, I'm here to listen to it, but it's not just Oliver Tree. The simulation person who created it had to just be like other people. He had fun. Oliver Tree was like a fun thing for him.
For sure.
I think like
So what if like he can just
Vince McMahon could be one.
Oh,
You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I see where you're going with this. So, like, just imagine like Fred Durst could be one.
Oh, for sure. For
But
sure.
he's still here though. That's the problem.
He is.
So maybe he just created these characters and kind of played them.
Like, think of the most ridiculous Famous person you know?
The most ridiculous famous person I know. I don't know who you're referring to here.
You're fired.
God damn it.
To be honest, I'm gonna be honest.
That's
if I
pretty
created
ridiculous.
a simulation, I would be Donald Trump.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I definitely wouldn't.
He was
be.
such a serious person. He's such a serious person.
He is.
That doesn't seem like a fun person to be. Maybe for like in the
Dude.
90s, it was pretty fun.
That guy had the time of his fucking life.
In the 90s, yeah.
If
for
he was
sure.
born and had the life of Donald Trump, you would have had
That's
fun. You definitely would have had
a good life.
You had a good life.
Yeah, that's a good life. For
You
sure.
had a good life. You become president of the United States.
Yeah. You
You
created
know?
a cult.
You have a cult following.
We're not going there.
Yeah, we're way past the cult now.
Yeah.
There's like thousands and thousands.
Fuck.
It's almost a
Is that
religion
not-
at this
is that
point.
Still still a cult? Well, they say the difference between a cult and a religion is that the
That's fair.
leader's alive or dead. It's not my words. That's what someone else
That's
said.
someone else said, yeah.
I don't know who
We're
it
really
was.
getting into it right now. I like this.
That's what someone else said.
Yeah, if I was, but if you was to create the simulation and be in it, who would you have been? And who would you have created? Oliver Tree is definitely a good one.
That's so
Elvis
funny.
is a good one, dude.
I think so.
He like almost revolution. I mean, he did revolutionize music. So
Who
like,
would I be? Like, it's just hilarious. I think like the most ridiculous thing, like, like Sam Kinison.
that'd be good.
Sam
Will Ferrell
Kinison.
would have been good.
Oh, for sure, dude.
You created Talladega Nights.
So you just pull your dick out and there's gay shit, and like people were like in the 2000s hating it, and he knew it was gonna be
You
funny.
kissed a dude in a NASCAR film.
He was so
I
mad.
got so
He
mad.
was so mad about that.
Oh man, Elf was a
That's really
classic.
good. That's really good. You kiss someone in a NASCAR film.
Pissed them all off.
Who's them?
It's just not funny to me. It's
Does
just not
this
funny.
look right to you? The two hot dogs in the bun. Blades of Glory. Oh man, who would I be? I'm just trying to think of some like really fucking ridiculously controversial. Like
Vince McMahon would be fucking amazing.
Vince McMahon would be really good for sure.
You could
Dana-
just have
Dana
fun
White.
and just see like
Conor McGregor.
that'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. I mean, we're just thinking of wealthy people now, but you
Well,
got
yeah, I mean, you want to fucking join a simulation and not be wealthy?
well, yeah, but like, okay, then I think of like when you think Mr. Conor McGregor, I think of Floyd Mayweather, and it's like then it becomes too much like a job,
Yeah, that's true.
you know?
Because he's just stupid.
It's
He's
like,
not having fun.
Who's out there having fun but goofy?
Man, there's Jim Carrey.
I thought about Jim Carrey. Dumb and Dumber was good.
So good. Oh, is it? Have we ever talked about that?
I
on
don't know
here?
if you've ever seen Dumb and Dumber, but instant classic.
It's okay. I'm the limo driver.
Yeah, oh man. Put another shrimp on the barbie.
Oh man, that would be good. That would be good.
Yeah, dude. Oliver Tree, dude.
That's the perfect one.
That's one of those weird ones.
That's the perfect one.
Yeah. I don't know about simulation theory, man. I don't know if it's legit, but like I said, I
That's
think
the whole fun in it.
yeah, that's
we're
all
all
fun.
trying to
We're
find
just
out.
entertaining it,
Yeah.
you know. See where we go with it.
Where do we go? Where do we go now?
Yeah, where do we go? Dude. Yeah, just I don't know. I do think that there definitely is life out there. I don't know if it's like aliens, like Hollywood portrays. I don't think it's anything like that.
Anytime I hear aliens, I think of Scooby Doo and the Alien Invaders.
Every time you hear the word alien, you think of that?
Yeah, anytime I hear
I
alien.
think of Area 51. That's the first thing. I don't know why. I guess
Yeah, that's
I
lame.
do know why.
I think of Scooby Doo and the Alien Invaders.
I wish I thought of
Phenomenal
that.
film.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. It's 4:00. What do you think?
Come on,
It's about time.
About time.
It's about time. Yeah.
Let's end it. Let's end it, man. It's been fun.
Don't forget, we've got next week. We will be we'll have another guest on, our good friend Chris. Free Tart, some would call him.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we got Free Tart coming on.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be a ton.
I think people are really gonna find him interesting.
Yeah,
and
he is.
entertaining.
He is the type of guy that has done everything you can think of.
He's definitely trying.
He's trying to. Yeah,
He's definitely trying.
He's fucking boat racing. He's fucking going to Germany. He's going he's getting his realtor's license. He
Yeah.
doesn't have a job. He's a gambler.
Yeah.
you never know what's going on with Chris.
You
so.
never know. I'm just trying to hear what the next side quest is.
Yeah, he's on the side quest,
we
man.
always-
How old is he? What, 30? He's not 29?
He is.
He's younger than you. I know that.
He is 10 days older than me.
Oh, older than you, so he's 30.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's shitty. That's a
July
shitty age.
3. July 3rd.
July 3.
So
July 3.
July 3.
He was born on July 3.
So shout out to Chris Harris. Is going to be on here next week, right?
Yeah, it'll be next
12th.
week. We're also having our within the next few weeks. We'll have our top. Was it 5 or 10?
Top 10.
Top 10 Netflix recommendations. So that's going to be a really fun one.
Super excited.
That's
about that.
and that's not going to be interfering with our actual podcast episode that'll come out throughout
It's just
the
going to
week.
be an extra episode.
And then on the 19th we have our Brew Collar Bar Crawl coming. So.
Very excited to see
And then
you
we
guys
also
out.
have shirts that we'll be putting out here soon before the end of the year.
For sure. So, hey, if you have time, hit that like button, hit subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah,
We
I'm gonna be
appreciate
honest.
all of it.
Anybody that's made it this far, they've done that. So just recommend to your friends. I know
Yeah.
everybody that listens has a friend that listens to podcasts.
Yeah.
Tell them to listen.
Yeah, tell them to listen. It helps us out
If you
a
think
lot.
they'd like it. If you don't think they'd like it, tell them to listen anyway and tell them to put a dislike button on there. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we have a dislike yet.
We don't because we're that good.
Yeah.
It's been good, man.
100%. Cheers.
It's been good. Cheers.
See you guys.
Yeah, see ya.